Welcome back to another episode of Saving Grace. Today, we've got some hot shit on our pod. We've got Danny Beard and Ella Ray Wise. Woo!
I'm waving the yak. I'm waving the dog treat like it's some kind of like sex toy. I don't know why we've started.
Close enough. Toy. Yeah, well, we start as we mean to go on.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
so happy you're both here. I'm genuinely, honestly, buzzing.
Same.
We are. We're so happy to be here.
How do you both feel now you're out? Does it feel like a fever dream or...
I'm relieved.
You're relieved.
Yeah, I'm over the moon.
Yeah.
But I still feel like I'm not out of it yet.
Right.
Like I still feel like I'm in a bubble and I'm so anxious to go out in public.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just a bit...
Oh no, I love it. I feel like Princess Di pop in the shop.
Do you know what I don't like though?
Everyone's been lovely.
You've had like only seen however many people for 3 weeks, and then you have to walk out to the most intimidating crowd ever. That would finish me off, personally.
That was great.
I love
really?
that
I loved it. I felt like a singer.
because I'm a singer.
At the Super Bowl. Thank you.
Hi, you're here for me. It's great.
And I loved it too. And that I'm actually more comfortable in front of that kind of crowd because that's what I do as a drag queen. Do you know what I mean? So that's fab. It felt like a job again.
I'm home.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hello, my people. Yeah.
When you guys first got told you'd got into Celebrity Brother, blah, blah, did you know who was going in? Did you read the leaked lineup or did you go in blind?
Well, I read the rumoured cast. You got to, didn't you?
No,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
You've got
Do your
to see
research.
living with for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to Google everyone and start judging them before I went in. That was
But
the
that's what I
hard
didn't
bit.
do. I didn't Google. No, my mum was like,
that's
do you think
good.
you need to do a little bit of research on the people and like what they do and where they're from? No, I just want to know and see them for their like face value.
You guys are better than me. I was on the plane to Australia on everyone's Wikipedia.
Where, yeah.
Right, so in 1945, I was going for it, But then you do create your own narrative.
Yeah, of
And I saw there was like Tory in there, ex-Tory minister, and I thought, I just want to take all of these people at total face value and not be swayed by something I've read that they've done in the past, you know.
You both got on with him quite well though, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
He
was sweet.
really sweet, Michael.
He
really
was
sweet.
so good. Honestly, I'm really sad he left so early.
I am, because he really wanted to be there, and you could tell he felt really free. He was just like a little kid, wasn't he, at times?
Yeah, he was being who he really is. Like, all of that was forgotten about the outside world, and I feel that he really got to show people his personality, and that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
When you're in there, do you think about what people are saying on the outside or not?
Yeah, I think that's why I was crying every day. Yeah.
I think you go between, like, it's funny because you also don't ever know what they're going to use. Like, there's some days, I remember there was a day after the pirate task, so much had happened. People were like getting out of the costume or whatever, you know, for the task. I remember Chris being like, surely they've got more than one show out of today. We can all just go bed now.
Case.
You know? So Love Island of him.
100%.
But I was like, I reckon they have got the. But when have you watched any back?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you've watched it back.
No.
I've not watched one back.
Really?
No. Yeah, because I feel as if everything that was kept in was my really dramatic moments. Like, I didn't cry every single day. Majority of the days, I did. But I did have a bit of fun.
But I was teary in the first week, and I don't know. I asked my boyfriend. Yeah, I asked my boyfriend, like, oh God, was I dead teary in the first week? And he was like, no.
No.
They didn't show any of that.
Well, I just had this massive combo with Trisha Goddard.
Yeah.
And then was called in to do the first round of nominations and spent 45 minutes before I'd even nominated anyone being like, she's got such an amazing story. I was like sobbing in the diary room. And
we all cried that like nomination, didn't we? We all found it really hard because we was only in there with them for like, 3-4 days?
Yeah, do you find it hard to nominate?
Yeah.
Is that actually, right, okay.
Yeah.
Hell.
My biggest thing is not being able to say anything about the nominations. You fucking killed me. We're going.
Yeah.
I know I'm going.
Call me psychic.
Yeah.
I knew in my gut that this was my time to leave. I felt like I wanted to anyway.
I thought you wanted to.
And I thought, well, no, they're not going to vote anyone else out because these people, they actually have like strong connections. So I only really had you and Donna at that stage, didn't I? I didn't really have any strong connections with anyone else.
I think the thing with you is as well, and I've said this before, I really empathise with you. Like, we had a very similar growing up. We were both really badly bullied, but I think I just came out the other side of it. Like, all guns blazing with a fake pair of tits on and a wig. Do you know what I mean?
The best way, yeah.
Yeah. And I think you still, I hope you don't mind me saying it, there were certain things I think that still triggered you a little bit in there and found it
Well,
hard
it is
to
a bit
get
like
through.
school, though.
It
You know,
is.
it's clicky.
It's like being at boarding school.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It was not a bit of me. And when I got home, I was like, thank you, Mum, for not sending me to boarding school because I've just had a taster of what it could have been like.
And that was hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I loved my experience. I had fun and I realised things about myself that I need to work on and I need to get over, like with my past. And I have a lot of things in life that do trigger me because that's just the way I am and I can't help that. But I didn't.
Maybe that's why as well you were thinking about the outside world a lot, like what people were saying.
Yeah.
Because my worst nightmare is what happened to Chris, where Chris and everyone's violently booing.
That was my worst
I
fear.
think that's so bad that they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, same, but it's great telly. Great telly.
It is great telly.
Producer and me is
allowed to do
absolutely
that.
fucking loving that. But no, that's my what. Because then in your head you're thinking, what the fuck have I done? Like, what was the turning point of people hating me?
For people to boo.
And the thing is with Chris as well, obviously we had this daily bomb and I seen him spinning out and I said to Donna in the garden, I'm going to have to just go in there and say, look, this is what's been said.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to turn into like people bitching about him. Ella was the one that was told by him. So then she was the only one in the house left. So I didn't want it to be like Ella and Co are bitching. So I just like, look, Chris, this is what's been said.
Yeah.
I was purely just like, just so you know, this is it. And I think he respected it.
It needed to be said, to be honest.
Yeah, but is that not a really intense environment to have those chats? Like that to me is I would physically shrivel up and die.
Yeah, because Towie's so different. Like we can have that chat, do our scene, go home and leave it all there.
Yeah.
Whereas that we're living in it for 24 hours
you
a day.
can't escape them as
No.
well.
Because I'm living in it 24 hours, that's why I think that side of me came out of like, I just want everything out.
Yeah.
No, air the dirty laundry because we'll be able to get over it and get through it together. I was in there to have fun. I wanted to get up every day and have a laugh. And we
then
did.
Micky arrived. Yeah.
We did that.
Then you're like, oh, there we go. Was there, when stuff like that Micky situation happened, does it make the house feel really awkward? Or do people sort of like pussyfoot over like what's going on to try and have a good time? Because
I feel like nothing was ever ignored. I feel like there was always a vibe in the house where it was one of them things like awkwardness and a bit like, oh, well, what do we do now? Like, it shouldn't really be taking it into our hands to deal with it.
Yeah.
But ITV, they took full control and they dealt with it in the best possible way that they did. Yeah.
And I also like the thing with Micky. I was wary of him day one. I was out in the garden like, this isn't about you.
Yeah.
This is about Jojo. You've made someone. And actually, I think that weirdly I gain respect from him because I think he's used to being a Hollywood star and people going, yes, Micky, no, Micky, 3 bags full. Micky.
Yeah, letting him do what he wants.
You know, where I'm like, well, we've all been booked on the same job just because you're on $1 million and I'm not.
Yeah.
We're all on the same job. Or what,
I don't think he got it in
just
the
that,
end.
I don't know what
I
anyone
went
was
in the
paid, but-
diary room. I don't know whether it was shown or not, but I went in the diary room and I said, like, everyone's status gets left at the door before we come in here. Like, we're all equal.
You're
no
all in
one's
the same
above
house.
anyone else.
Yep.
Everyone's going, oh, Micky, what do you want this? Oh, Micky, do you want a tea? Oh, Micky, do you want a coffee? Where's Ella? Would you want this? Where's fucking Danny? Would you want this? Like, just
To be
because he's
fair,
a
I
film
got
star.
asked.
Yeah, only Donna
Just
asked
you.
us.
No, yeah, she don't need to be fair, Donna made me a coffee every day.
Give you the shit.
Yeah, she give me the shits.
Why?
Nearly every day.
Because of the coffee.
We had what is it called? A cafetiere.
Oh, French.
What an
Well, I like to roll the R.
Yeah,
You know,
cool.
like when you
Make it
ask for a
sound like you know.
mojito.
Yeah.
No, but we had one of these cafetières. She put half a bag in it. She went, I've strong coffee, because I got constipation. Did you get that in the jungle?
I had a lot in the jungle, so I will say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
and then
of
it
people
just
had
all.
it in there as
And
well.
then you got
Yeah.
did you get backflow diarrhea, girl?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, imagine that in the middle of a jungle.
Dysentery. I thought we were all going to die in there.
Oh.
I was apparently it's a thing. It happens in Big Brother. People get bunged up.
I think it's the stress of it. When you first go in, your body goes into like actual shock, and then it just stops working. That's what I heard.
Right. Well, mine stopped working, and then it was like Moses part on the red bloody sea. Well, thanks to Donna and a coffee, but I was like, Awful.
Fucking
and did you
hell.
always have your mic? I'm sorry, I know you're meant
Yes,
to be
in the toilet.
That's me as well. Like I was like trying to cover it, thinking there's a poor sound guy here.
Well, I'm
hearing
talking
me
to
strain.
her. I'm like, so today I'm going to do, like, trying to cover up the sound. They're probably thinking, shut the fuck up.
I just used to take it off.
Did ya?
Yeah, leave it outside the door. They don't need to hear
Yeah.
me.
Well, I'd go and then go, oops, sorry. Oh, pardon.
That wasn't me.
Oh, and then I go, oh God, I'm sorry today, guys. It was
Can we talk about the shower situation? That's my worst nightmare. That shower is, I mean, it doesn't really hide a multitude of sins, to be honest.
It doesn't. Did you see us in it?
No, never.
God.
Yeah, thank God for that. Well, to be fair, I would go in the shower, take my bits and bobs off and chuck them over the side.
Yeah.
Have a wash and then make sure I've got my towel hanging over.
Right, but where do you get changed?
In the toilet.
It's long though, isn't it?
It is.
process.
It's so
It's a
long.
Yeah.
process
To
we
be
don't
fair,
need.
in the end, I was just whipping it off in front of everyone and saying,
100%.
sorry if you
Yeah.
can see tits.
Yeah.
It's probably not the first
I
set
really
you've seen.
appreciated seeing your boobs though, actually.
thank you.
Yeah, no, I did. They were
Good
they're
set.
really great set.
Thanks, babe.
You can tell they're from Harley Street. They're banging.
Thanks, babe.
They're great. They are.
Use code.
Got great boobs. I will say, you have. You have.
Ella, I wanted to ask reaction from your Towie castmates that you were going on. Was it positive, negative, bit of both?
Well, I'll be honest, like obviously my tight-knit group,
Yeah.
so positive. Like me, Danny, Saf,
Yeah.
positive.
Lovely.
And Fred, he's my number one
Of
fan.
course.
But he's more of a brother than a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, besides all Towie. Well, not really much from anyone else, no.
No congrats.
I've had a few well dones.
Right.
But that was when I had left.
You're so
Yeah.
decent. You're so.
That was good from you.
Yeah.
Because if that was me,
You
I'd be
can
like,
tell
this
there's PR in
person
the room.
fucking, yeah, no.
Yeah, she's great at her job. I've had a few well done, yeah, don't get me wrong, I've had a few, but that was when I had left the house.
Right.
See, to me, I feel like support should always come from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And listen, there's room for us on the table all to eat. And I support everyone. Like, as much as we're a dysfunctional family on Towie, I still support everyone's wins. And I don't understand why they didn't mind. But listen, it's noted.
Jealousy's a thing.
Woo.
Great
it's
evil eye.
noted.
It's noted. It's a very ugly trait to have. I suppose.
How was dealing with a breakup in the Big Brother house?
Oh,
Because it could be seen as a good distraction or awful.
I feel like it
So-
affected me a lot more than what I let on. I obviously had to have a bit of respect for him being in there as well.
Yeah.
And not saying too much because it's not fair. But it come out in different ways, I suppose. And
Yeah.
that's probably why I was so emotional in there.
You've
Like,
got time to think, which is the worst thing to have when you're going through a breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
I
I've
really
thought a
felt
lot.
for you.
I thought a lot about obviously breaking up with my ex. I thought a lot about previous things. I thought a lot about like old friendships. Like,
Really?
yeah, like you have so much that goes through your brain. And I don't know, look, at the end of the day, I don't regret my decision with breaking up with him. I feel like it was the best thing for me to do. And I feel like it was the best thing for him as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't working, and I'm not going to force anyone to be someone that they don't want to be. Because
Amen.
he'll be fit enough for someone else. And
Yeah.
that's just not me.
Someone, don't know who, but someone out there.
Someone.
And I was being in the house in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I missed him
Yeah.
The picture that's next to the bed has got 21 kisses on it. My lips lathered in Burt's Bees. Like, I'm so sad.
Please.
I will love a little lip balm
Oh,
moment,
God,
girl. If I've
God.
not got a lip balm, I feel like Tutankhamun. I'm like, so yeah, 21 kisses it had on it. I missed him so bad. Like he's like me Bezzy mate. We
Yeah.
were mates before we were together. We laugh every day. Donna kind of filled that void a little bit, not in a weird way, but the fact that I could add someone
Well, she
to
put you to
bounce
bed.
off.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely. And you
because
both
that's
had
what we're
a
like, me and
laugh.
Kai.
Yeah.
My fella knows your mum. This is what's weird.
Oh, they met, babe.
They met, yeah, but we came out. Donna's Bezzy had been on my podcast. My fella knew her
No
mum.
way.
I was like,
Yeah.
this is pissing me off.
Yeah.
I've got
This
FOMO.
is our thing.
This
Yeah,
is our
yeah.
thing.
FOMO. Do you feel like your relationship's stronger, mate? Obviously, it probably was already strong, but do you feel like it's stronger now you're out because you've got a whole new appreciation?
Absolutely. I know it's dead cheesy. Heartness makes the fartness. What is it?
Great heart. Distance
one.
make the heart grow fonder.
That's
or
it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
That's shine.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
insert
too
it
right.
underneath. Just put it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was true.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, and the night Donna knocked on the door and was like, we're having a drink. And like, we had a few drinks in the hotel when we got back after the finale. And then I was like, you're going to have to go now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This blue ball's turning into blue waffle. Get out.
And we can't have that.
And we can't have that.
Right. I want to go on to face-to-face nominations. Yeah.
How?
That is, my worst nightmare. I mean, the whole show seems to be my worst nightmare, but that is, I would react like you. If someone said my fucking name, that would be, I'll never speak to you again.
Yeah, I mean, that day with face-to-face nominations weren't the best day for me anyway.
You were crying already.
Yeah, I was crying already from the minute I woke up in the morning. I think from probably the day before, I was like, I've had enough.
Yes.
Like, I could really do with going home.
Yeah.
And if I could do the back door, I would do the back door, but I couldn't. So, yeah, that really affected me. And I feel like maybe it triggered me a little bit as to being back in school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And hearing all these things about me. Because I'm very much one of them people, like, if you've got an issue, I'd rather you say there and then. I want upfront and honesty. I don't want a couple of days behind me, like in front of me face, behind me back, sort of. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, if you don't think I wash up that much, which I did, can you back me?
Yeah, she did that.
Did I not?
The odd pot and pan.
The odds one, I'd say. Listen, I can't help it if a few of them got to the sink before I did.
Exactly that.
I ain't then going to take over. Do you know what I mean?
Did. To be fair, you did. But listen, there was enough. We were all doing bits. Like, everyone did different bits, didn't
That was
they?
just their reason. And look, listen, the tasks weren't a bit of
No,
me.
I'm just going to quickly back you here. People don't realise on telly, the tasks aren't just an hour and you go, they're a fucking all day long. It's so long.
That cat outfit, we was in it for 11 hours.
Yeah, this is
I had
what
fair
I mean.
balls at the end of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I nearly took myself for a neutering after that. When I did the mother task, I woke up lactating. We were doing it that long. I swear.
Method acting.
Yeah, honest to God.
No, I completely agree. People don't realise that it's so long. You're tired. You're hungry. The last thing you want to do is dress up like a cat.
But can I also say in Ella's defence, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, there was a lot of things as well, like when you were in the baby thing. When you explained it to me, it felt very reasonable. It was like she's had weirdos online. I won't go into your personal stories, but you've had weirdos online, and you know, being dressed in a diaper is some people's fetish, and there was a few,
and that's what kept going over my
and
brain.
that was in her mind.
No, that's fair enough.
And I kept thinking to myself, like, you want to feed me baby food, and I know it's part and parcel of the challenge, whatever. But I'm not going to do that because people pay big money for that.
Yeah. And let's say
you want to make the money off it, right?
If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it personally.
Yeah. It's going straight.
Yeah, I'll be rolling about my living room in a nappy with as much baby food as you like.
There's a 50 grand check.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the best challenge though, because I don't know if you've seen it, but the amount of memes that you both were made out of from that challenge was
It was a good day, that.
It was a good
day, wasn't it?
It was. And we did have a laugh. Like, look, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I might not look like it, but I did.
You did look like it. I lived it. I know you look like it. But I said this, I did an interview in the Mirror or something, I don't know what it was. But I did this interview and I was like, I feel like Ella was thrown under the bus a little bit in terms of this whole jealousy thing. I was like, I didn't see any jealousy from you or...
Do you know what it is?
Like,
before you all went in, and I did a solo pod before, and I said, here's my predictions.
Yeah.
Ella and Chris, fucking. I did loads of these predictions. None of them came true. But it just makes sense because you guys are both, I don't know, it just looked like maybe you guys would hit it off.
Well, Olivia Atwood said exactly the same thing on her pod.
Yeah.
She was like,
because you're two straight, single, hot people.
This is what I'm
That's
talking
it.
in
about.
the
So
same
they all go...
industry, same age range, and they think that it's going to work. But look, he's not my type at all. And I might have done an article before going in there, having a bit of banter, saying, fuck me, if Chris Hughes is in there, you better lock me up.
Yeah.
You better say that?
Yeah.
You stupid cow. Did you say that?
Listen, it's a bit of banter. And you've got to tee it up before you go in there
course.
anyway.
But no, that's why then people probably thought, oh, he didn't blah, blah. But no, I don't think you could see jealousy. I think it was more people were shocked that, oh, they haven't got together. That's probably what it was.
But I never wanted to go into that experience having a romance on there because every other show that I have done, that's happened for me.
Yeah.
And it's not like I've ever really focused on myself. And it's like I've stayed in them situations because of that romance in the show.
Yeah.
I wanted it just to be all about me, not about what I'm doing with someone else.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I'm not being funny. He's not my type anyway.
No,
So, no.
I hear that.
Not being funny.
Not being
He's
funny.
not my type anyway.
No. He ain't my type. Fuck's sake.
What is something that people don't know about the show now that you've lived it
Ooh.
that you can say?
Well, I feel like we were fed.
Oh, you
I think people assume you're starving. On
I
the
thought you were
pirate
starved.
task, they took everything out, and without a morning coffee and something decent in my belly,
We were angry.
I was angry.
That's what they
But
did.
other than that, like,
We
we
made
had
love
Coke
for dinner.
Zero on tap.
Yeah.
What was Patsy's cooking actually like?
All right. Bit holistic for me.
I
But
hear
she's,
ya.
but,
Bit of rosemary in there.
you know, a bit, yeah, but
Yeah.
good.
Very healthy.
Very
Was
healthy.
it?
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
yeah.
saying all right. You know, what I mean, when
Okay.
I cook for people, I made fried rice.
Yeah, cool.
Hence why I
Yeah.
wanted the sesame oil. I look like
That
some
makes
like
sense. Yeah.
silver spoon. You know what I mean? All me family from Liverpool were like, sesame oil. Ooh, you can tell you've gone up in the way. I was like, no, I was making a fried
Fried
rice.
rice.
Yeah, you have to have it. Key ingredient.
You key ingredient. Hello, Fanny.
For those that aren't watching, it's the dog.
Yeah, my dog's called Fanny.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys about the late and live. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Let me just say
Have
something.
you never done late and live?
I have last year.
Okay.
But this late and live just seemed really awkward.
I've not watched it.
Are we
You
talking
were
about
there.
the final
no,
one?
sorry, the final.
Oh, the
where you all were
final.
there.
Yeah.
What was the vibes? What was going on? Because it just looked really uncomfortable.
Did it?
Yes.
I
And what-
don't
because
really
we all
know.
Just sort of
Chesney
everyone
singing.
was sort of like,
Didn't really want to be there.
yeah.
You know why? Because when you've come out in your, I mean, we all know we've got to do late and live, but when you come out, you kind of don't think past going out.
Yeah.
And then you've got another commitment, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I think most people,
It's ringing the bell.
she's trying to, just for context, my dog has a bell to come back to. I don't know why I've taught my dog to come back to a bell, not her own name, but she now rings the bell
She
and
loves
she'll get a treat
it.
herself.
Incredible.
Yeah, she is clever, like. Anyway, enough about Fanny's brain.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. But I enjoy Late and Live. I think it's a great part of the show. I think the after show is great for getting to know the people in there better.
Yeah.
You know, the audience like a bit of the BTS stuff, which
love
they
it.
do.
Yeah.
You know, the camera runs and all that. But I'm not going to lie, I was ready to see me fella personally.
course
Because
it
when you
is.
come
Different
out,
views, yeah.
you've been out. When you've been in the house, it's like, where's my friends? Where's my boyfriend?
Yeah, you
Upstairs
don't
in the
want to have to
dressing room.
then go on another show.
I'm like, come
I
on.
enjoyed it, but I feel like they asked really awkward questions.
That's what
Did
also
they?
it was. No, it was so
Was you in the room?
uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I had a Prosecco
You were
and we only allowed
dissociating.
one each and I
could
kept
give
running
you
off.
yours, didn't I? Give you
running
mine,
off
didn't
on
I?
having another one.
Because, listen, when I'm out on the town with the girls, I'm not afraid to get around it. I'm not tight, right?
course,
You know,
yeah,
I'm like,
course.
here's my card.
Yeah.
Tequila's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
round.
yeah.
But in the house, you get, obviously there's welfare and they can only
rations.
it's like rations on the
Well,
alcohol.
how much are you allowed to drink then?
You basically get one bottle.
Between all of you?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah, of Tattinger.
No,
And
that's
then
decent.
obviously
That won't work.
non-alcoholic for the
yeah,
ones
it
that
didn't
don't
work
drink.
for me.
Well, you got pissed as a fart one
Yeah,
night.
because I was mind sweeping, mate.
That was funny.
I was
though.
like, go, 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 go,
Hey.
go. And we were just, but you know what? It was this pressure being up for that. We didn't know it was Triple Tuesday until it
Yeah.
was Triple
Oh, you
Tuesday.
didn't know?
Didn't have a clue.
We thought at least 2 will go. You're convinced it's going to be you because you don't know what the public see.
No, yeah.
Well, when it
You
was
do- you
Triple
are.
Tuesdays, I was over the moon. 'Cause remember when Angelica got told first? And
Yeah.
I was fuming.
Were you?
Yeah.
She checked out.
Checked out.
Yeah, mentally.
I was like,
checked out.
oh, I want to go.
Mentally, she was on a Jet2 flight with Jess Glynn singing in
No,
her ear,
babe.
weren't you?
Do you know what's
Yeah.
funny? Everyone that went that Triple Tuesday wanted to go. You, Patsy, were just over the moon. Yeah, it was hilarious
Yeah.
to watch.
We were ready for it. Well, I was.
What's the first thing you did when you got out?
McDonald's drive-through.
As it should.
Was it? I've still not had a Mac
Straight away. Woman nearly had a heart attack.
Did she?
Yeah, because the man opened up the doors and obviously I popped my head forwards. She went, ah! I was like, yeah, I'm home, by the way. Because you're on shift, you wouldn't know, but I'm home.
What about spoilers?
So, yeah.
What happened? What was the after party like? I want to know. Oh, what do you do? What's the
Busy,
vibe?
innit?
Boring.
Was it?
No, they're not. No, listen, it's for the crew. I made sure I went round, said thank you to the execs, thank you to the crew. Oh, the dogs. I feel like our dogs might get together.
I know, I'm quite excited.
But I listen, it's a crew party, so I just made sure I said thank you to all the producers, thank you for the booker for booking me. And then listen again, our friends weren't there, so I wanted to go.
Well, it was 360 people.
What? Just all crew?
All crew.
No.
And then obviously us cast members. But it was a hell of a lot of people in one space. And really, it is for them to celebrate how well they've done. Like, they've worked on it since January. It was a very long time.
And realistically, and it's the same with The Jungle and Big Brother, they make the show. We get the praise, and we had a good time and we lived it.
Yeah.
But you know, without them coming up with the tasks, there wouldn't be that iconic task. Without the editors, without all them cameramen that film us 24/7 in the camera runs, we wouldn't have a show.
Do you ever see them going past?
Well, I caught them a couple of times.
You caught them a couple of times,
I was like Tom and Jerry.
Inspector Clouseau, babe.
There was one of Yimran.
I didn't know she was there when I did that. No, I was just checking the weave. You know, I was just making sure the inches were fucking flat. But I did catch David Potts, and I was like, I've seen David Potts.
Yeah, you see David. Yeah,
and then I also caught Tiffany Pollard, but I don't know if that was shown or not. I was like,
I think it was.
She came right up to the glass, and she had like a sparkly jumper on, just.
I think that was shown because that was on my late and live. I think, yeah. But you can hear them behind, because you can hear them setting up the cameras and like putting out the wires and whatever else. But when that thing happened with Micky and Chris, we went in to go and talk to the wall, didn't we? Like the vape room.
Oh.
And there was a security guard standing in there, and I was like, "Wow, can't you come in?"
A human,
Oh, she
another
came out,
face.
she was like,
Wow.
Oh, he was a bit of me. Wow, he was a bit of me.
Swap him out, yeah.
I was like, what did he look like? She went, just fit.
It's quite nice to see a different face.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
A male one at that.
Oh, it was great.
What time are you going to bed and getting up, do you think?
About 1:30.
Yeah, about half 1, 2
Really?
o'clock in the morning, and then getting up maybe at about 10.
10, 11.
Yeah.
So like,
That's not
a
bad.
lie-in, honey.
Oh.
I got up at the crack of dawn because my fella goes to work. So then I get up with the dogs, let them out, have a coffee, go back to bed for a few hours, then get up later on and pretend I've been working, like doing stuff all day. Do you know what I mean? So in there, I was like, it's all right. No, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you got a bit of respite, babe.
I did. I just hated the single beds, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. So as soon as I jumped on it, I thought, oh, comfy.
Yeah.
What a touch. Because if it's going to be like a brick, I'd rather sleep on the floor.
Facts.
But then
the sofa
when,
like
Micky.
on the sofa like Micky, oh God. And then after like a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, I thought, oh, this is getting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like single bed.
I toss and turn all night, mate.
Yeah.
So I had to come up with the toss and shuffle.
Oh.
So it wakes you up. So I
yeah.
like to just toss and turn. And when you're in a nice big bed, you can do that. But if you do it, you fall out. You have to turn and shuffle and turn. Hell.
What was your favourite memories from the house?
Oh God.
Yours is leaving.
Yeah, the exit, babe, the entrance and the exit. No, to be fair, I had loads of amazing times. Like me, you and Donna, we belly laughed so much. Like, and they were
Donna's
probably
so
the best
funny.
times to me when we were going out in the garden. We were debriefing on our day,
Yeah.
howling with laughter. And don't get me wrong, like the day that we had the family task, that was really good.
Yeah.
And look, I haven't watched it, so I feel like I need to remind myself because everything's just a whole blur to me at the moment.
Yeah.
But all in all, I had a great experience, and I am so happy that I learnt things about myself, and that's what I went in there for.
Like a retreat.
Same.
Yeah.
Wellness.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need a
and I'm
natural
the
retreat.
same. Like, I really took away from it. If you just give anyone a bit of a chance, you'll find you've got connections with them.
Yeah.
That is very true.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you'll know that from your experience in the jungle. Like,
Yeah.
me before that, like, I just wouldn't have entertained maybe like a Towie or maybe someone like Daly. I was a bit wary of him.
yeah.
He's so masculine. And I've genuinely got trauma, you know what I mean? All the gays listening will know the Barbara voice. Like, when I met Daly, I wanted to be like, you're right, mate. Yeah, I want you want Dunny.
Morph.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I do a bit of drag. Like, so, like, I just learned, you just give everyone a chance and you've got things in common. Even Micky bloody roll.
Yeah. When
You
you
know?
first walk in, is it awkward? Like the conversation?
I think I was a deer in headlights.
Yeah, I want to say you were. I could see that on you.
Yeah.
Your face was just saying, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Yeah.
But I felt the same.
I felt that,
and I think that's why we connected, because I saw her face and thought, I feel the exact same as.
And do you know what it is? Like, sorry, with me, like I'm very much, you can throw me in situations like that, but I have to sit back and I have to observe people at first. I can't just jump into friendships because I've been burnt so bad with jumping into friendships and trusting people.
Yeah.
Now I find it really hard. Like, people could say that's rude, but I don't find that rude. I find that as protecting myself.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rude. You didn't come across one bit rude.
I hope not.
I just did the opposite of you and went into like full drag mode, like bouncing off the wall.
I think that was a
Flubber.
blessing that you came in drag, because you were able to come in with this alter ego and then suss everyone out, and then the next day sort of deal with it.
And it also
like
is so funny being a drag queen, because when you are, it is such an armor, and it's intimidating for people, you know, so that people all kind of don't really, some people don't know what to make you, don't know how to talk to you, you know.
I don't think Daly had a clue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of, you know, can be a tactical tool.
Yeah.
In your favour, babe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you were in there. Honestly, I think if you wasn't in there, I think, where would the entertainment actually be?
You were very entertaining. You and Donna were very,
So
very
entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, you want to come to a party at mine, because all of my mates are like that. I'm blessed.
But
We're all
I'll
funny.
be there.
We're all funny. We're all quite quick. We're all very gay.
Yes.
You know, I live in a gay bubble. I really do.
Well, that's the best bubble to live in, I
love
would
it.
say. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Do you guys have a group chat and stuff now, or is
there one? Because if there is, I'm not in it.
Well,
There's not
that's what I
one.
said yesterday. I said, someone else asked me that. I thought, well, if there is one, then I ain't in it.
There's no group chat?
No.
No, but I feel really,
You got group chats with people.
Yeah.
did it get made straight away?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here then?
Well, it made, as soon as we were all out, they were like, let's make a group chat.
Right.
Yeah. But
Just shows we all weren't really mates.
yeah.
Yeah, but I've texted you, I've texted Jojo, I've texted Chris, I've texted Donna, I've spoken to Donna on the phone. I'm going to an event with Donna next week.
You. Yeah,
Me
can
and
I
Donna,
have your opinions?
people are loving the me and Donna thing. I don't think this is going to be the
you
last
and Donna are
year.
great.
Me and Donna.
It's like a
I
married
know.
couple, is how I see it. It's really
Yeah,
funny.
you bounce off of each other. Like, both of your personalities and your sense of humour is so good. You complement each other.
But I do think it's rare in this industry, because one, a lot of people are always out for themselves.
Yeah.
And two, when you find someone, she's like the yin to my yang. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like the peanut butter to me jelly. Like,
Yeah.
we can play like comedy ping pong and make jokes with each other.
Yeah.
She opens and throws it back, and I open and throw it back. Like, I've worked with a lot of people who either don't like you being funnier, so they close off, or they're not receptive to it,
You don't know how to
or
take
they try
it.
and be funnier, and it creates a weird atmosphere. We were both very like two open books, very much appreciated each other's like and we've got so much time in our hands.
Yeah.
We have to make the fun. We have to come up with jingles. We have to
The jingle.
do stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bud,
to
out your brains,
pacify
if not.
our
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, I put on about stone.
Really?
Donna lost weight, I gained weight.
Yeah.
But I'd come off the Manjaro. So I
You
was
were
like,
doomed if you do. Yeah. Could I have your first impressions of Jojo as well? Just because you must have known who she was.
Yeah, I was a
before
massive fan.
Yeah, so when I heard she was in the lineup, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was so confused, because I thought, first of all, how have they bagged Jojo Siwa? Second of all, I wonder what she's going to be like, because every show she's been on before, she's been very managed by her mum. So it's like, it was so interesting to see. And I feel like she was quite shy at the start. So I'm wondering what you thought of her when you first met her.
well, she was, I don't know what you saw, but she was also a lot. She was the Jojo I expected.
Really?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was,
because
you know,
I feel-
bouncing about, hey, everybody is Jojo,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel in the beginning it probably took her quite a little bit of time to settle down and
Right.
be vulnerable, because she's always been it's a show, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's always performing.
Yeah.
So it probably took her a little while to settle.
Yeah.
But after she settled, I feel as if she really let herself go. Like, she become really free, and like, it was a little bit of a snap back into reality for her. Like, she
Yeah.
can't even go to Starbucks, get a coffee without an entourage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So for her to be in there, it was a bit of freedom.
And I think what you said there does hit the nail on the head. Like, she's got a team around her. She's worked since a child. Like, we've decided to
so
do
funny.
this, all of us.
Yeah.
We've gone into this as adults that want to do this, and she wants to do it. And don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying. But I think when you work from a child, she does have an older head on her shoulders, and
You grow a lot quicker.
You grow a lot quicker, you know.
Yeah.
She was really nice and really pleasant, to be fair.
Yeah.
She
seems nice. But I get what you're saying. You know, at the start when someone's full of energy and you're not used to that, it can be a bit...
I need to lay down. What
I thought...
Yeah.
I did. There was a point what crossed my mind where I thought, if this is still going...
Yeah.
Like 24/7,
we're not going to make this.
We're not going to make it. But I think they let go of the persona of who Jojo Siwa is, and we maybe saw more of who Joelle is, if you will.
Yeah.
But I think I had a similar journey as well, being a drag queen.
I think you kind of all did.
Yeah.
Like in there towards the end, you were just sort of like, I'm just being me.
The thing is, I always think with this show, when you see people about other people say they were themselves, and people have said I was myself and you were yourself, but sometimes when the connotations of other people aren't being themselves, you can't be anything other than yourself when you're being filmed 24/7, 7 days a week for 3 weeks. And if you can, then Meryl Streep needs to fucking move over, because that's a skill. Do you know what I mean?
No, it is a skill to keep it up for that long.
100%.
Because your mask always slips after a while anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, some people said. I'm just saying it because we're on a podcast.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Have you seen, since coming out, the clip of you pissed as a fart going, if you either fuck or don't be in that clip, I need you to know, made the entire of the United Kingdom stand up and applaud. Yeah. Because it was like that awkward thing that no one was mentioning, and we all felt like we were going mad. Like on the outside, we were like, are we... like, what's going on? And then you said it and we were all like,
someone's
finally said it.
The thing is, that's how I call my mates out, right? And I'm not here to talk Jojo and Chris, whatever their friendship is their business, I think. And I also want to say, I think it's a bit weird how the media have become obsessed, and the public, and it doesn't fully sit right with me that Jojo's a queer woman. And part of me wonders, is it because Chris is a hot guy and it's about this... You know, people are kind of obsessed with a straight man turning a lesbian. And I don't know if that's the undertones, and if so, it, from a queer point of view, makes me unsettled. But back to that, that's how I would call my mates out.
Yeah.
That's how my mates
But you
would
did
speak
it in
to
a
me.
nice way, though, as
well.
It come across like banter.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, well, that's how I am, and I do think it's a skill to be able to deliver a message like that and leave them liking you, and that's something you learn from drag. Like I learned that from drag. My show is being a shady bitch, and I read the audience, and they love it, and they come back. You know, I have people that come to me tour 5, 6, 7 nights and sit on the front row hoping to get picked on. It's a skill to be able to deliver information.
Social cues.
Which is why, hence, when Jojo was like, read a room, I was like...
I'll do that for a living, babe.
I do read a room.
Trust me, honey.
Yeah.
It like really caught me in the moment, but I mean, it's not that deep.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And also, I think you're right with the whole, I think as an obsession with, can men turn women? And it's almost like they've seen that and been like, yeah. So I do hear you. I think it's a bit of a weird...
It just doesn't sit right with me. Jojo's 21.
Yeah.
They're a lovely person. They're hardworking. And this has become the big thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, leave them be.
A bigger question I've got for you is, how many teas did Jack have a day?
A lot.
Only one. I'm joking. I'm joking.
A lot.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't get how he's not shaking.
Right. All the sugar.
Well, it's still got caffeine in it, hasn't it, Tay?
It does. You're right.
So I would be shaking.
He was doing double tea bagging at the time.
Yeah.
I know that is a skill. Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. Because that was like that was just Jack's storyline.
What's that?
Just any time you'd see Jack, it was just him making a tea.
I feel like it's like, I feel like I'm in a position with like where people go on Britain's Got Talent and then they get beat by a dog. Like I've been beat by a tea bag.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
You know what? I will say he was really pleasant to live with, and I couldn't work him out at first. I thought his banter... I like people to be in on the jokes, and I felt sometimes at the beginning I couldn't work him out and thought, does it go into mean territory? But he was just really chill and easy to live with, and that's what the show is, living with people.
Yeah, and after that experience...
And we had, like, we'd make jokes and we'd both make the same joke, and either sometimes he'd just get there just before me or I'd just before him. We were quite similar like that.
Yeah.
After the experience, he definitely needs to be sponsored by a tea bag.
Oh, what a Tetley.
He's
or
got
something,
it. 'Cause
PG
if not,
tips,
what's
someone.
he drink it all for?
Would you...
Yorkshire tea.
Oh, is it a Yorkshire?
tea.
He's a Yorkshire man. Yeah, makes sense. Would you guys do All Stars if you got offered it?
100% she wouldn't. I can tell you that for free.
Look, I never say never because I might be at a completely different time in my life.
Yeah.
When if it ever did come around, like maybe looking back on my experience, maybe it's made me think that maybe I was a little bit too young to go into something like that, and maybe I didn't really deep what it was gonna be before doing it.
Yeah.
Like my friend wants to do it really bad, and I said to him, "Look, you'd be absolutely amazing, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm strong and I struggled.
Yeah.
Like you're very
It's
strong,
not
so
for the
you
weak.
will struggle too. It's not for the weak.
I mean,
oh no,
Big Brother, I love the show, but it is a game show.
Mm-hmm.
So they do put us in situations that stress us out, make us talk about people, put us in situations that aren't normal life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've kind of got to go, well, this is the show. And without quoting the iconic Donna Preston, it's not that deep.
It's not that
just
deep.
do
no,
it, just
yeah,
do
that's the
it.
thing. And
Yeah.
I think I didn't take away from it. I think I kept forgetting that we are in here to play a game.
Yeah.
But I'm not a game player. I can't.
You were
I'm
just there
too
to have a
honest.
good
I'm too
time.
genuine.
Yeah.
That if I wouldn't even know where to start with playing a game.
Yeah.
So the best thing for me to do was go in there and be myself and
Well,
just
I
let
also
fate take
think
its
as a
own.
fan of the show, I know that as well. Like people who do well on there are themselves. The gamble is the audience going to like you?
Yeah.
But all you can do is go in and be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Christ
Crazy,
alive,
innit,
guys.
though?
It is. It's a lot. The show is a lot,
It's wild.
and but I think this season was the best so far since
hope
it's come
so.
back. It's been
Oh,
two,
good.
Was
but
only been
since it's
two.
come, but the last one I found a
Yeah.
bit boring, to be honest with you. This one was fucking great. Like I was leaping into bed at 9 p.m. every night.
Really?
Genuinely.
Oh, that's
Do
good
you know
to
how
hear.
I
though.
thought of it with the reaction and stuff? I think this year, every single person understood the assignment.
Yeah.
Every single person threw themselves into it. And I know you've had a hard time for not fully embracing the task, but you did.
Yeah.
You did. There was just certain things where you had a boundary, and that's okay. And,
that's
as long
fine.
as you communicate boundaries going forward, you wouldn't have had the reaction back, I think. But everyone got the assignment. Whereas last year,
They read the brief.
there was people there wearing it just for the paycheck.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and that makes a difference.
Yeah. And are you going to return to Towie?
Yeah.
Are
Returning
you
to Towie.
excited? When's filming? Is it soon?
Literally in like a month. I know, get a little bit of time off.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, grabbing the ball by the horns.
yeah,
a
we're
bit that
looking
way.
forward to it as
I
well.
might
must
join her
say.
on Towie. How about that?
Oh, I love
Hiya,
it.
girls.
Towie.
Might be
Come and
rocking
do a
up to Towie.
cameo.
Please.
Do you know what though? No tea. When they ask me to do these housewives and that,
Yeah.
there's no pay. I've
No, there
worked
is no
years
pay.
at this.
Let me
I'm
tell you,
working years at
Towie
this.
will
You
pay.
get
But
paid.
Towie will
Towie
pay.
will
Proper
pay.
talent on there.
Towie
But
will
me
pay.
turning up for one episode, they'll go, well, we'll get you, we'll get you to
Get
win.
you your travel.
Yeah.
Just you
Book you your
can.
car.
Yeah, we'll book
Yeah,
you
no,
in
I'd
Addison
like
Lee.
to see this crossover. And is that what's next for you?
I'm touring all summer through Pride season. That was already
Lovely.
in.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff coming in. Like my dream is to do like Danny Beard's Friday Night Cabaret on TV, where I
Beautiful.
host it in and out of drag. And I'd love to do lots of TV hosting.
Mm-hmm.
But, the reality is if that doesn't happen, I've just had the best 3 weeks of my life.
Amen.
And if it does, great. I'm one step closer to my dreams.
It
And the
will pay.
paycheck.
Well, yeah.
Amen.
Real.
And then I can afford to not have one. I do have to say, I've got these glasses on, not because I'm a CUNT, but because I've got one eyebrow like The Rock.
I'm liking it.
Look
Yep.
at that.
I
That's
think
what you
it
need
looks
to do
nice.
Like
next.
I've got
Bring
Bell's
out
I had
there.
Bell's palsy as a kid. I look like I've got that again.
You need to bring out your own brand of sticky on eyebrows.
Beard brows or something.
You do.
Well, either way, we've got Saved by the Bell. Sorry, guys, completely
Bell.
forgot. Right, okay. Who wants to go first asking the question?
So what am I asking? Any question?
Any question to Ella. And if she doesn't want to answer it, she can ring the bell, but you can only ring it once.
okay.
So
Right, okay.
who wants
Do you
to
want to go
Do you
first?
want me to go first? I can
Age
tell
before
you do.
beauty, babe.
Yeah, I can tell you do. I'll do that.
Right, okay, go. What's your question?
Oh God, what is it? Our own question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
shit, I
gonna.
better get
Do
thinking.
you want me to be shady or nice?
Do whatever you want to do.
We love
Just
it.
think about the fucking
Think about
media.
the views.
If you had the choice to boot someone out of the cast, if you had the choice to boot someone out of the cast in week 1,
Week 1.
Week 1.
Oh, God, I didn't even know any of them then.
I'm making it easier for you by saying week 1.
I'd hate of.
Week 1, who would you have booted? And why?
I feel like I could probably speak for us all. I'm not you had a nice connection with him, but it would probably have been Micky.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah. And that's
yeah.
completely fair. I don't even think you have to say why.
No.
Yeah, you don't really,
Yeah,
do you?
that's
That's
No.
real.
Speaks for itself.
Self-explanatory.
That's stunning. That's one down. What's your turn?
Me to you.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, right back at ya. If there was one person in the cast that you could replace with another celebrity,
Great.
who and why?
I'd maybe have done Micky just because of the discourse. I'm sorry to go for the easy answer.
That's all right.
But I would replace Micky with maybe like, just for a different kind of drama, like a Kim Woodburn or a GC or a
Yeah.
Tiffany
Fun.
Pollard.
That would have been fun.
Someone that's got
Yeah.
a bit of pizzazz about
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't really have much drama, did we?
Like, there's, as a fan of the show, there's nothing better than seeing Unhinged.
Absolutely.
So that's hence those 3 people,
perfect.
all
answer.
unhinged.
All right, your turn.
I'm thinking like I don't want to be like a real, C-bomb.
But you're going to do it anyway.
No, I'm not. What was your best moment from the house, actually? I want to know your proper best moment. Is that a shirt?
Yes. It's not
Didn't
juicy
really
at
have
all.
one.
Oh, you want juice?
Yeah.
I didn't
Who
really
had
have
the
any.
smell? Who had the smelliest breath or farts?
Smelliest breath or farts? Oh my God.
Incredible.
Well, the only thing that I didn't really get close
Incredible.
to anyone to be able to smell their breath, for one. And for 2, I wasn't really in areas when people pimped.
Pimp? Is that what you call a fart?
Yeah, pimp. Yeah, pimp. A little toot. A little toot.
Toot, rootin' tootin'.
But I'll tell you who we did get close to when they pimped. On the final Late and Live.
Who?
Jojo pimped.
Oh, yes!
And it stunk.
No.
Oh, yes!
We were all like, did you pimp? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, it stinks. What you been eating?
Yeah, my food.
You're
Right,
shit
right.
for a ride.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was quite an interesting one. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right, Ellie, your turn.
Oh, shit like this. Okay. I want your 3 honest opinions on Chris Jojo. Saved by the bell.
Wow, that's what you used your bell for.
Why not?
Fair
That's
fuck.
juicy, innit?
That is good.
I like him. I actually do really like
No,
him.
you can't. We're cutting that out. No.
Why? I do really like him. But the thing is as well, I just think I don't want to keep getting drawn into the
Oh,
Chris
I
and
hear you,
Jojo
guys.
saga now.
Oh, get me out of here.
Leave them be.
Oh, just let them live.
Let them live. Leave Britney alone.
All right, is it final question for Ella? I think so.
Yeah. What are your 3 honest opinions on Chris Hughes? Don't be. Oh.
I've got to get out of the press where that's concerned. Sorry, but it's ruining my life.
Oh no, he's a nice lad, and I'm going to go horse riding with him. But I've asked him to play a prank on me fella because I've asked him, can we get me and him a big Shire horse
Yeah.
and get me fella a Shetland
Little
pony?
Shetland.
That would be so
Yeah.
funny.
But I don't know if he'll break the back of it or something.
Probably wouldn't be
sure
able to
they're
get on it,
sturdy.
no.
They're
But
sturdy, aren't they?
Right, Ellie, your last question.
oh,
And remember, you've
You're
run
a
the
bitch.
bell,
I know what you're
so
just about to say.
yeah. So they have to answer whatever.
oh, I've got one.
Right.
Don't worry.
Not the knee slap.
So, Danny, did you feel robbed
Yeah.
of the experience?
Not
Yeah.
even a. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
no, this is the tea.
Because I think
I can say this and not be. I'm not bitter. I'm not anything. I've said this, and I think you should want to win if you do a show like that. I think you should want the opportunity. It's the biggest thing I've ever gotten the opportunity to do, and yeah, it would have felt really nice to win.
I did think you deserved.
I don't listen, but I
do.
don't. It's the thing is, it don't matter now. It
Well, now
doesn't
you're
matter
out,
now
yeah.
we're out. Like, it doesn't. And I am happy for Jack. Like, if I wasn't, I'd quite happily say no, he's a little cunt, but he's not. If he wasn't a nice guy, maybe I'd give you some more juice on it. But now we're out, and, you know, I've spoke to my agent.
And had some PR work.
I feel fine. You know,
training.
'cause the reason I wanted to win was because, you know, I would hope
Did you
more
think
people.
you were going to win?
On the night,
Yeah.
when I heard the first crowd reaction, Danny, in my mind, I thought this could come down to me and Donna. And I did think Donna's probably picked me. I did think that because I found Donna so funny. I was the one who got to see Donna from a front row
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily look at yourself like you look at someone else. So I thought, but when Donna had gone, and I heard the reaction, I did think, I was sat there thinking, oh my God, this could be me.
Well, we all thought you were going to win.
I did think
All the
this
betting
could
shops
be
did
me.
as well. Because I put bit of tea.
Put money on?
I put a £500 bet. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It all comes back in different ways. But you
I
was.
feel shit now.
I'll behave.
As if it was your
You
fault.
was
I
top.
do. Well, I do. Feel
You was
like-
top in the betting shop. It was you
Yeah,
and
but
Ninja.
the odds were crap then if I was top.
Oh no, the odds were good.
Well,
I wouldn't have
the
put
odds
were
500
great.
quid on you if they were
You've
shit.
got more money than sense if you did that.
I'll get it
I've just
back.
begrudged ordering 2 patio eaters for my new garden, thinking, do we really need 2?
Yeah, get the
Well, you have
two.
to have 2 because they look.
You can't have one.
You can't.
Anyway.
No, you're right. If you're gonna have
Oh
one, you
my
might as well have
God,
two.
this
Yeah.
is so bougie.
Well, guys,
Always buy in bulk.
you guys have been absolutely amazing. My last question that I ask all my guests are, what bit of advice would you give to save Grace? That's me.
Oh, is that you? Is that where it
Yeah.
comes from?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
just,
saving
I
Grace.
work there,
I'm
yeah,
joking,
I
I
work
fucking
there.
Me gullible, yeah.
She does.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I think carry on being how you are, babe.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
You are doing so well.
And I won't ever negatively talk about you on my pod ever again.
Do you want to really
Did you
get in
slag
that
her
ring?
off? Did you slag her off?
Yeah, no, I did.
What did you
yeah.
say?
Right at the start. Chloe, someone came on my pod. Me, Pia. Someone came on my pod slagging Ella off. And me, being 20, I just...
Are you
agreed.
20?
No, I was at the time.
Oh.
This was
Agreed.
fresh
This
days,
was
wasn't it?
I was
This
going to
was
say, you're
fresh
no way
days.
20, no tear. You look
And
great.
then
but
Ella
not
gave
20.
it back to me and did a "Who is she?" on her story. So then I edited both our faces on boxers, as if we were going to have a fight.
And put us in a ring together.
in a ring, yeah. Realistically, neither of us are
I
going to fight.
really do live in a gay bubble.
I would like to count you as one of my friends now.
I would like to count you as one of my friends.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
that's
so
good.
full of shit.
No, this is
Neither
nice.
of you give that much
this
of a
is the
shit. Come off it.
rekindling. War is over.
Oh, what a great Christmas song.
War is over. Fanny's on my
Yeah.
lap. Can't ask for more.
Can't ask for more.
You can't.
My advice, what was the question?
Oh, what bit of advice would you give to save Grace?
To save Grace.
Yeah, save me.
I could take this in any which way.
Well,
You can
take
do
it in all ways.
however you want.
Mine's actually, I'm just going to go completely against it and say it's not advice, but from someone in the queer community, I think what you've done as a very out and proud lesbian. I just did that for me, Nan. Is amazing. I think you break down stereotypes. I think you show an amazing part of our community. I think it's been the year of the lesbian. I hope it
Truly
continues.
has,
I hope
yeah.
it continues. And I
Wild
think
Chinese New
I'm
Year.
really proud to sit opposite you because I think what you've done for your community, whether you want it or not, has been absolutely amazing.
Thank you very
You
much.
should be so proud. So you don't need saving because you're saving other people.
I'm fucking ending it there. You can't get any better. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Look at you both. Got a bit hot. Like and subscribe. Love you.